Doing good, thank you.
Say it just seemed like there were some critical stretches in the game coming right out of locker room, end of the third, beginning of the fourth. What was it during the second half and some of those moments that you felt like helped you guys kind of break this thing open to your favor?
Yeah, just playing fast, playing together. They made a strong run in the first half, and we knew, they had some confidence going into the second. So we just had to, be ourselves, play our brand of basketball on both ends of the floor. We got some offensive rebounds, which led to second chance points. Just trying to be gritty out there against a team that's aggressive and wants to, play fast and hard.
And then, I know sometimes, minutes dictate certain things, but, there's some nights you get 3 or 4 shots. Some nights, like tonight, you're getting a lot more looks. What's happening execution-wise, either from yourself or the team, that's allowing as many clean looks as you got tonight?
Just a lot of movement, whether that's me or some of the other players. The ability to share the ball out there. I think our best brand of basketball is when we, get it swinging, get many actions in. It just opens up everything else for us, and getting out in transition also helps with that.
What have you seen out of Oos recently? What's it been like to see him be able to capitalize on some opportunities here?
He's just always been ready. I think you guys can see when he steps out on the floor, many a times he's making his first shot. He's impacting the game right away. He knows the system. He's been here for years. He's a great basketball player, and he really shows out there.
What can you kind of tell me about just who he is as a person? Obviously, we don't get to talk to him all the time, but just what's maybe some sides of his personality maybe we don't get to see on a daily basis like you do?
Yeah, I mean, he's a chill guy. But he's for the team. He's out with us whenever, we go out to dinner and things like that. Pretty quiet, but you can tell that he still loves everybody, and we love his energy because he's always in a positive attitude no matter what's happening, whether he's playing or not. He brings the same energy every day, and it shows it when he steps out on the floor. He doesn't miss a beat, and it's just like that off the court as well.
So many guys out. Are you kind of looking more for your offense to kind of take up some of the slack of all the guys that are missing, or it just comes to you?
I think the way that I play, it comes to me. When minutes are out there to be taken, the way that I move off the ball, the way that teams tend to show a lot of load towards Shea, it frees me up, and then we kind of just play that 2-man game a lot. Just staying active out there. Just kind of the game kind of comes to me.
Were you surprised the game got a little chippy?
Nah, man, it's just 2 teams wanting to win a basketball game. It's competitive out there.
We've seen sort of your 3-point shot aggression sort of amp up in terms of more difficult threes. What's sort of the process behind that? Is that something like a conversation with Mark, and is that an easy flip to switch, just confidence-wise, to take even more difficult shots?
I mean, I just know how teams are guarding me, and the shots that are typically coming my way, they want to run me off the line, which I'm always working on that part of my game. But with that being said, I'm also trying to look for ways to squeeze off, some tougher shots. Maybe tough to some, but I put a lot of work into my craft to make it easy.
You made five threes tonight. It's the first time you've made 5 threes since, I think, December 31st.
Mm-hmm.
Did the bucket look bigger? Just talk about your personal game and just those shots. I know you talked a lot about your shots, but just tonight it just seemed like they were just going in. Sometimes do they just go in, or is this some of the work you've been doing?
It depends. I think when you're out there a little bit more consistently, sometimes, like Nick said, sometimes it's only 3 shots in a game. Sometimes it's 10. I still miss 5 shots. If I were to only take, 5 shots, I may have been 2 for 5, or the percentage may have not been as great. But I think over the course of games, it just kind of evens out. And then I think it's just about consistency out there. You're gonna make shots, you're gonna miss shots. That's part of the game. But still staying to yourself, still keeping that same confidence.
Yeah, Zay. I guess people can see or view you guys being shorthanded as a major issue or a negative, but can you kind of flip that to a positive and just talk about how the experience that you, Wiggs, Oos are getting in these situations can be beneficial, come playoff time?
Yeah, I think it's situations that we've been in before. We're only getting stronger in times like this. More guys are getting reps out there, getting comfortable with the game. Even like last season, we had a stretch of games where we had no bigs on the floor. We were able to, in the playoffs, go to smaller lineups in times because we've been there before. We've done it, and I think times like now it's just you're seeing different lineups that you may be able to throw out there just to keep any team off balance.
Did you get to check out the Arkansas score, and do you wish maybe they played yesterday so you could have gone?
It never lines up, but I haven't looked at the score yet, but I heard them talking about it. We won, I know. Yeah, go Hogs, baby. I know we're in Oklahoma, but that's my team. I'm always riding with them.
Jay Will went as far as doing the woo pig back in the locker room when we talked to him. I mean, you were back there. Still haven't heard you say it.
He said woo pig. I don't know if y'all heard me yelling the go Hogs on the way off. Yeah.
Thanks, Nigel.
You guys have a good one.
You did that tonight. What was fundamentally sound about your team to make sure that happened?
I just thought the execution of the game plan was good throughout the game. I mean, offensively, it wasn't our fastball, obviously, but the defense sustained throughout the course of the night. We did a great job of personnel recognition, knowing who their best shooters are, who the guys we can play off of a little bit. Obviously, Williamson is a huge emphasis against them. I thought we had him in a crowd. He had to earn his points. So I thought overall, defensively, just a gritty, great effort on that end of the floor.
Chet seemed to just have great pop coming right out of the halftime locker room. Anything specific that you noticed from him, or that he said, kind of wanted to get to at the beginning of the second half?
Yeah, I thought, we started with good energy there, and I thought the difference, we called a timeout late in the second. They made a run. We were up by 10 or so, and Dort got like a huge offensive rebound that led to, I think, a three. And then we came out of the half and missed our first shot on a number of possessions, and offensive rebounded really well, and we ended up with 26 second chance points on a night where we turned it over kind of uncharacteristically. We didn't really have a free throw advantage or really had any other advantage. So if we don't offensive rebound like that, we don't win tonight. And so I thought the effort on the second chances of just going and getting the ball, a number of guys, including Chet, was really, really good.
Obviously, a slow start in that first quarter. Second quarter, offense started to wake up. What did you feel like was the difference between the first and second?
Yeah, we were just sluggish to start. I actually really liked how we played on offense against Toronto. I thought we generated great shots. We moved the ball great. It just wasn't a great shot-making night. Tonight, our process wasn't as clean. We just had to kind of gut out a win with defense, possession game, and like I said, the offensive rebounding. So it was hard to catch a rhythm for much of the night. We had a couple good plays, but it was just one we had to kind of crawl through the mud to win the game.
Marcy, what did you see there at the end after the buzzer, if anything?
Yeah, two things on that. The first one is I thought good guys, good crew, but I thought they lost control of the game in the final minutes. I thought, that altercation at the end started well before that with the Bay, Jay Will situation. I thought they could have managed that cleaner. And then the second thing is I think that's a foul on Dort. And if it was, they should put a whistle on that play, regardless of the score and the time, because if they do that, everybody stops playing, and you can legislate the situation as you normally would. But because they didn't put a whistle on it, it's the end of the game. They can do nothing about it, and you end up with that situation.
Obviously, we know Shea's ability to score the ball was picking up early foul trouble and his ability to continue to score without tacking up anymore. Just what did you make of his processing in the second half?
I thought he was really good. I thought he plays well with fouls. He's really smart there. And so he managed that pretty well. Wasn't a great shot-making night for him, but I thought his floor game was good. His control was good. He stabilized us at some critical times. Obviously got it going a little bit in the third. So I thought he played an overall good game for a night that was kind of uncharacteristically not as efficient as he normally is.
Isaiah Joe gets 17 points off the bench. How helpful is it to have a guy like that who can sort of just lift you out of some of these struggles and sort of like mud fights with just singular scoring?
Yeah, I thought he was big. Yeah, we get contributions from everybody. Dort hit some big ones. Wiggins hit probably the shot of the game that gave us a little separation. Isaiah, at some critical times, made some big shots. So up and down, I just thought all the guys did a great job of competing on an imperfect night, which sometimes you got to do that, and that's a good muscle to have to build and to come out with a win on a night where we didn't, like I said, have our fastball is a good thing.
Will had not a very good night shooting, but everything else, the intangibles were there with the block shots, the rebounds, and even assisting at 5 assists tonight. Just talk about a guy like that who not shooting the ball well, but just doing everything else right.
Yeah, he was awesome. Physical, good on the glass tonight. He guarded Williamson as a primary defender at times. We had Dort on him, K-Rich on him as well, but he took that matchup at times. And then offensively, he is stabilizing. And right now, with some of the guys that we have out, especially when Shea's off the floor, being able to throw him the ball and kind of let him quarterback things is valuable for us. So I thought he did a great job.
With Minnesota, Denver, San Antonio all coming out, does a win like this mean more to you than just snapping a losing streak? Sorry.
No. We're trying to win them all. We fully compete, and then we wash, that result away, and we compete in the next one, and we just take it a game at a time through the 82. And that's always our approach, regardless of the contextual circumstances. So it was an important game because it's the only one we get to play today.
Anybody else? Thank you, Coach.
Yep, thanks.